Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to campus of Wittenberg University, Springfield, Ohio. Pam Evans Smith Arena. I'm Dave Williams, along with Jackson Lightcap. We're going to bring you basketball tonight, women's basketball. The Wittenberg Tigers going to take on the Otterbein Cardinals. Otterbein comes in with a record of 3-4. Jackson. Wittenberg comes in 3-2. They start off the year 3-0, lost a double overtime game to Alma, lost to last year's champs Transylvania, but they haven't played in 2 weeks because they were supposed to play last Saturday and the game got postponed.
Yeah, Dave, just not even to mention the fact that this Wittenberg Tigers team, you take a look at the schedule that they've played. They've played a very tough schedule, and they've played tough against some very good teams. Alma a couple of weeks ago, they ended up losing in double overtime, 97-95 in a thriller, and then Transylvania, as you just mentioned, when you see Transylvania on that schedule, it is an incredible matchup. They lose that game by 23, but nonetheless, I think Wittenberg, they learned a lot in that game about themselves. Obviously, that game last Saturday against Miami Hamilton was canceled. I'm waiting to see if Wittenberg comes out of the gates a little slower. Expect maybe a couple more minutes for them to get heated up on the offensive side. If they want to win that first quarter, they're going to have to play great defense.
The funny thing is Miami Hamilton's a team that they will play next Tuesday to kick off the Wittenberg Classic tournament. So they will be playing next Tuesday at 12:30. By the way, both these teams in action after tonight. Wittenberg will be on the road Friday night at Anderson College in Indiana. That tip-off will be at 7. And Otterbein's going to host Baldwin Wallace Saturday at 1 o'clock. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Now, for some reason, I hope we're not going to run into this, but the live stats didn't work when we did the Wittenberg-Wabash game the other day. So hopefully they will tonight. But anyway, we think the starting lineups. First for the Otterbein Cardinals, starting at guard, senior, 5'3" from Englewood, Northmont High School, is Katie McCrary. She averages 11 points a game. Also at guard slot, also 5'3", a senior from Edna, Ohio, Claire Radeball. She averages 9.4 points per game. The other guard is Olivia Major. She is 5'6". She's the big guard. She is also a senior, averages 7.4 points per game. The forwards in the ball game, junior, 6 foot from Oviedo, Florida, is Maisie King. She averages 7.4 points per game. And the other the other forward from Loveland High School is 5'10", sophomore Ella Nagel. She averages 5.6 points per game. For the Wittenberg Tigers, starting Taryn Cash will be the point guard. Taryn averages 5.3 points per game. She is 5'2", and she's from Cincinnati, Ohio. Jasmine Gaines Burns plays at a guard slot. She is 5'5", averages 13.6 points per game, all the way from Bladensburg, Maryland. Evie Wolshire from Lancaster, 5'11" forward, starts, and Evie averages 10.2 points per game. The other guard is Kelsey Reagan. She averages 6.8 points per game, 5'11". Kelsey is from White House, Ohio. And then Jade Simpson, the senior in the middle from Edgewood, Kentucky. Jade Simpson averages 8.6 points per game, and Jade is 5'11". It looks like we're about ready to have our national anthem here, Jackson. And crowd filtering in here tonight. Not bad. A lot of the kids have already left campus. By the way, the game tonight on your Wittenberg Sports Network, powered by TKDS Sports. Once again, I'm Dave Williams with Jackson Lightcap. Glad you're with us. And now our national anthem. All right, the national anthem. Welcome back here to Pam Evans Smith Arena. Let's check the starting lineups that are being introduced. Again, I apologize. Looks like the live stats aren't going to be working. I don't know if you can get them on the Otterbein website. See if I'm sure we had the same problem the other day. So we'll be able to keep score. We just won't be able to give you all the breakdown until halftime when they bring us the stats. Maisie King being introduced. Number 10 being introduced, Katie McCrary.
Number 11, senior guard,
Claire Radabaugh being introduced. She is a senior guard.
Number 12, senior guard, Olivia Majors. And number 25,
Olivia Majors being introduced. So we did have the right starters for them. Ella Nagel, the 5th starter. Now we're going to meet your Wittenberg Tigers. Be interesting to see, Jackson, if Katie Whitaker will be playing. She's had a little bit of a back problem.
Absolutely. Katie Whitaker, a tremendous asset for the Wittenberg Tigers, and especially going to need them if they want to have a chance to win here today.
Yeah, she is a transfer in from Furman. Taryn Cash being introduced. Averages 5.3 points per game. Jasmine Gaines Burns, 5'5", averages 13.6 points. Evie Wolshire, senior, averages 10.2 points per game. Jade Simpson, another senior, averages 8.6 points per game. And Kelsey Reagan, averages 6.8 points per game. So just sit back and relax. And Jackson and I bring you all the action tonight of the Otterbein Cardinals and the Wittenberg Tigers.
Dave, one thing that's interesting with this matchup, Otterbein and Wittenberg, this is the 4th matchup in school history when it comes to women's basketball. Otterbein leads Wittenberg in the series 2-1. Their last matchup, Otterbein won it by 3 back on November 20th in 2015.
All right, Otterbein dressed in red with some white trim. Of course, Wittenberg will be white with red trim. Jumping center will be Maisie King. She's 6 foot. And jumping center for the Tigers, I'm sure, will be Jade Simpson. So, again, it's been 2 weeks, Jackson, since the ladies have played for Wittenberg.
Yeah, and these first couple of minutes in this game is going to be big for the Wittenberg Tigers. We're waiting to see how quick it takes for them to get acclimated. So far off to a very good start here tonight.
Kelsey Reagan gets a tip to Taryn Cash. Taryn Cash with a dribble back to Kelsey Reagan. Kelsey Reagan, top of the key, drives over to Jasmine Gaines Burns. Inside to Jade Simpson. Jade makes a move in the lane. Jade kicks it out. Taryn Cash going to drive. Taryn Cash puts up a running shot, but it hits the side of the backboard.
Beautiful drive, beautiful ball movement there by the Tigers. Just couldn't get the shot to go. I thought she might have been whacked there, but nonetheless, you got to love the ball movement there by the Tigers.
Katie McCrary with the basketball, kicks it off to Claire Radabaugh. Radabaugh picks up her dribble. Inside, Maisie King, turnaround shot with left hand up and in. So Maisie King gets a game start with 2 points.
Beautiful hook shot down inside. That is not an easy shot there by Maisie King, but King making it look easy for everybody sitting back at home.
Kelsey Reagan with the basketball for the Tigers. Over to Evie Wolshire, to Jasmine Gaines Burns. Back to Taryn Cash. Taryn Cash dribbles, top of the key, backs it out. 8:52 to play here in the first quarter. 2-0 Otterbein on top. Evie Wolshire makes a move, stops, pops, shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound Jade Simpson, however, in the lane. Turnaround shot, left hand, no good. Rebound comes down to Maisie King.
Simpson, she's a player that's going to give her all 40 minutes of the game. Already off to a nice start here. Beautiful dish on the outside, a rebound, offensive rebound, and then put up a shot, just going to get it to go. It's going to take some time for the Tigers to get these shots to fall, especially being off the last 2 weeks.
Katie McCrary with the basketball, top of the key with the dribble. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Claire Radabaugh. Over to Maisie King. Back to Claire Radabaugh. Three-pointer put up, top of the key, no good. Trying to see who that was, put that shot up. I think that was number 12, Olivia Majors.
I think Otterbein there, Dave, is arguing with the officials, saying that the Taryn Cash was the last one to touch it from the Tigers. I don't know if we have a vantage viewpoint from up here, but nonetheless, Wittenberg will keep possession.
7:58 to play, first quarter, 2-0. Otterbein on top. Jasmine Gaines Burns has the ball knocked out of her hands, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Wittenberg possession. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time to get a shot off. Wittenberg 3-2 on the year. Otterbein 3-4. Jasmine Gaines Burns. Over to Kelsey Reagan. Kelsey Reagan. Still with the dribble to Taryn Cash. Taryn Cash, top of the key. 8 on the shot clock. Taryn Cash lobs into Jade Simpson, but knocked away. Turnover, Wittenberg. Here comes Katie McCrary. Katie McCrary picks up her dribble. Over to Olivia Majors. Back up the top, Claire Radabaugh. Over to Ellen Nagel. All right. Back up top of the key. Over to Claire Radabaugh in the corner. Olivia Majors with a drive. Picks up her dribble. Looked like she might have shuffled her feet. Shot is partially blocked by Kelsey Reagan.
Great tight defense there by the Tigers. Hand in the face, defenders in the face, everywhere it goes. Down on the other end, we're seeing a defensive game so far to start this one 3 minutes in.
Kelsey Reagan was going to put up a layup. It was blocked, and it went off her leg out of bounds. Ryan Burton in the lineup. She's wearing number 14 now. Ryan, the transfer from Cincinnati, 6-footer. She takes the place of Jade Simpson. Now we have a foul on Jasmine Gaines Burns in the backcourt. First foul of the ball game. 6:53 still to play in the first quarter. Wittenberg still has not dented the scoreboard.
With Wittenberg being off the last couple of weeks, we kind of foresaw that this was going to be a slow start for the Wittenberg Tigers. Now, obviously, Dave, Wittenberg, they have been in the gym. They have been putting up shot, but it hasn't been at the game-style speed. So this is what we were talking about in our pregame. Wittenberg, they're going to have to win the first quarter defensively to set themselves up for success here in the later parts of the game.
Ryan Burton with a pick off of a pass, so she makes her presence known right away. She's going to drive, put the shot up off the glass, up and in. Ryan Burton scores.
Beautiful drive there by Burton. She had the speed, she had the edge, and she also had the strength as well to get inside of the post, lay it up and in, making it look easy.
All right, with the basketball, Claire Radabaugh. To Olivia Majors. She puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, however, comes down to Ellen Nagel. Nagel, turnaround shot from the baseline, no good. We're going to have a jump ball, so it'll be Otterbein possession on the alternating possession. 6:01 left to play in the first quarter. It's 2-2. In the lineup for Wittenberg, going to be Zara Miller. She is a freshman. Also coming in the lineup, number 24, Nicole Terry for Otterbein. Also for Otterbein, Abby Rawlings coming in. And you're talking about Abby Rawlings being a teammate with Maddie Barnett of Wittenberg.
Yes, Abby Rawlings from Otterbein. She played her high school basketball days with Maddie Barnett, both at Kings High School. They went and they made a nice trip to the regionals a season ago. I was blessed enough to be able to call a couple of their games in the districts. And boy, they were a tandem duo at Kings High School.
Nicole Terry missed a point-blank layup, and Ryan Burton with a rebound. Zaire Miller inside. Turnaround shot off the glass, up and in. Ryan Burton now with 4 points, and the Tigers up 4-2.
Wittenberg, they have the size advantage, especially on the floor right now. I'd love to see them continuing to feed the ball into the post. That's exactly what they've been able to do, and so far it's worked out in the last minute.
3 top of the key, no good by Abby Rawlings. Ball knocked out of bounds. It looks like Wittenberg's going to be trying to get the ball into Ryan Burton now. Still going to be Otterbein basketball after the missed three-pointer. Into the lineup, Katie Whitaker, the 6'5" transfer from Furman. Also Maddie Barnett in the lineup, and also Kyla Irby in the lineup, another freshman for Otterbein.
Dave, just as we were talking about, Wittenberg with the size advantage down on the floor. They must have heard us or something, because they just checked in some more size down underneath as well. It looks like they're going to try to exploit the post and win this first quarter, especially in the post, but a beautiful shot there.
Yeah, shot up and in by Ellen Nagel. Long pass over the head, however, bad pass, out of bounds. So we are 4-4. Ellen Nagel with that last basket.
Wittenberg, they have a couple of costly turnovers here in this one. Already 2 turnovers in the first 5 minutes. Again, they have not played in over 2 weeks. They're going to have to clean that up moving forward.
Ellen Nagel kicks it off. In the corner, Abby Rawlings, bounce pass inside. Ellen Nagel drives, shot is blocked by Katie Whitaker.
And you know, Dave, that is an exact way why you want to establish dominance in the post, because now Whitaker sends it back. Not only that, but it's going to be in the head now of the Otterbein Cardinals when they look to drive, especially with the height and the strength down in the post for the Wittenberg Tigers. They have the advantage. They are inserting dominance down in the post early on.
4:43 left to play in quarter number 1. We have our first timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own path. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
All right, welcome back here to Pam Evans Smith Arena. I'm Dave Williams, along with Jackson Lightcap. Wittenberg and Otterbein, we're all knotted 4-4. We hope everybody's having a great holiday season. Christmas, what they used to say, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Christmas is right around the corner. And, Dave, I'm a procrastinator. I guess I need to start my Christmas shopping.
I've got some of mine done, thank goodness. Bounce pass in, knocked away by Zaire Miller. She is a freshman.
Zaire Miller going to Walnut Hills. She's a freshman, her first year here at Wittenberg. She went to Walnut Hills. That's where she played her high school basketball days. A very, very tough team down in the Cincinnati region as well.
Abby Rawlings with the basketball. Abby Rawlings with a drive. Lose control, and actually it's a shot clock violation. So I didn't realize the shot clock had gone down, so she was just trying to throw something up. Lost control of it. Wittenberg with the basketball. Ryan Burton into Taryn Cash. Man inside to Katie Whitaker, and they're going to call for an offensive foul, I think. They do. Katie Whitaker kind of uses her size to bump the girl away, and they call it.
And unfortunately, that's the right call. She got trapped a little bit too far underneath the rim. She tried muscling her way back out, and we talk about asserting dominance in that paint is what Wittenberg is trying to go with right now, but that's a little too far. Good call there by the officials.
Maisie King back in the lineup for Wittenberg. Yeah, and I think that's a smart thing to do because Wittenberg has a size advantage. Abby Rawlings with the basketball inside. Maisie King, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound, loose on the floor. We're going to have a foul on Maisie King. She fouled Ryan Burton on a rebound attempt. I'm sure that's who they're calling that on.
Great effort there by Burton. Burton, she has been all over the floor so far, especially down in the post. Going to work, multiple rebounds, already a bucket as well.
Inside to Katie Whitaker, this time off the glass, up and in.
Dave, as you mentioned, she was questionable heading into this one. She's been dealing with some back issues, and she was a game-time decision. Obviously, she's on the floor out there playing, and doesn't look like she's missing a beat early on.
Nope. Abby Rawlings over to Kyla Irby. Bounce pass knocked away by Wittenberg, and now a steal by Wittenberg. Taryn Cash ahead. Zaire Miller, nice pass. Katie Whitaker off the glass, up and in. And we're going to have a timeout, Otterbein. They've got to try and figure out, it's 30-second timeout. Jackson, what are they going to do to try and combat? And I don't know how do you combat size?
Well, you just have to be more aggressive. You have to go back to fundamental basketball, and that's exactly what Otterbein is not doing. First of all, ball movement. You want to spread out the floor. You want to bring these post players out to the three-point arc. That's how you could start working it inside. You have to start being able to shoot the ball as well, because you're not going to be able to score as many easy buckets on the interior. And when it comes to rebound, the solution is simple. Box out. It seems like Otterbein so far in this game, they're just wanting the rebounds to fall in their hands, which has not been the case because it's getting trapped up above them. Go into boxing out, and I have a feeling that that's exactly what they were talking about in that timeout as well. Head coach Diana Knowles in her 4th season. She's been around the game of basketball her whole entire life. She's saying, play your game, go back to fundamental basketball, we'll be okay.
All right, back to action now. Otterbein with a drive, shot off the glass, up and in by Claire Radeball. She averages a little over 9 points a game. Zaire Miller with a drive. Zaire stops, pops, shot no good. Rebound comes down to Claire Radeball. Ahead to Abby Rawlings. 8-6. Otterbein trails by 2. Kickoff in the corner. Kyla Irby. She drives, puts up a shot. No good, but we're going to have a foul called on Wittenberg. So Kyla Irby's going to go to the line where she hits 86% of her free throws. So not the girl you want to foul. Kelsey Reagan back in lineup for Wittenberg. Back in lineup Katie McCrary for Otterbein, Cardinals.
I know Whitaker is not going to like that call, but it just appeared from up here she did not have her feet set. And again, if you want to take that offensive charge, you have to have your feet set. There was a little shuffle right before the contact, and there wasn't enough time in between that shuffle and the contact for her to get her feet set. Tough play there on Whitaker.
They called that on Whitaker, so that's her second foul, man. She splits the pair. 8-7, Kyla Irby missed the first one, hit the second. 8-7, Wittenberg with the basketball and the 1-point lead. Maddie Barnett over to Kelsey Reagan, into Katie Whitaker. Katie Whitaker going to have a jump ball. It'll be Wittenberg possession. It'll be Wittenberg possession. They're heading down the other way, but it's Wittenberg basketball. Nicole Terry tied up Katie Whitaker.
Dave, one thing we've seen so far here in this first quarter is we've started to see Wittenberg and that offense start to come to life, especially in the post. The more you work in the interior, the more you can work on the outside, and that jump shot will start to fall for the Wittenberg Tigers. You want to work north and south. That's exactly what the Tigers are doing. They're establishing down south. Now you can start establishing up north and start hitting down those long-range jump shots.
McKenna Baker missed a jump shot. Otterbein got the rebound, coming down scoring on a layup up and in is Katie McCrary. And now Otterbein's regained the lead at 9-8. Kenna Baker over to Kelsey Reagan. Kelsey Reagan. Jade Simpson back in line for Wittenberg. Kelsey Reagan going to drive, put up a shot off the glass, up and in. Nice shot, Kelsey Reagan. Wittenberg back on top by a point. Seesawing back and forth here in quarter number one. Katie McCrary over to Kyla Irby. Kyla Irby back. Now we're going to have a foul on Ryan Burton. Getting fouled was Nicole Terry. She is 4 for 7 from the foul line this year, so she's going to go with a chance to put Otterbein back on top. Evie Wolshire back in lineup for Wittenberg. Also coming in the lineup for Wittenberg is Carly Moore. She is a freshman.
Carly Moore, a freshman, true freshman from Bethel High School.
5'10". Free throw up and in. Nicole Terry ties it. 10-10, minute 38 to play in quarter number one.
Dave, you mentioned Carly Moore. I was lucky enough to be able to cover a couple of her games when she was a part of the Bethel Bees in that high school program. Terrific player. Wittenberg certainly got a steal with the true freshman. She's already provided some valuable minutes this season off the bench, and she's only going to get better over time as well.
All right, so she hits both free throws. Kyla Irby did. So Wittenberg down 11-10. So maybe they've done some different things in practice, because there's some more girls playing that wasn't playing before for Wittenberg. And by the way, going to Evie Wolshire gets fouled by Ellen Nagel.
Another reason why Wittenberg has been subbing in and out more players is, again, we've talked about it countless times already on this broadcast. Wittenberg, they haven't played in a couple of weeks, so obviously practice speed to game speed is quite different. So a lot of fatigue may be sitting in with these Lady Tigers as well.
Evie Wolshire 6 for 7 on the year now from the foul line. She ties it up. Second free throw on the way, make it 7 for 8 for Evie Wolshire. And Wittenberg back on top by 1 as we seesaw back and forth. Abby Rawlings with the basketball. Dave Williams. Jackson Lightcap coming to you from Pam Edmund Smith Arena, campus of Wittenberg University. Kyla Irby with the basketball. Shot from left elbow, up and in. Kyla Irby.
Beautiful cut there by Irby. She got to the elbow. That's her sweet spot. And by then, it's just an easy floater. She already did the hard work creating that shot. And then all you got to do is put it in the bucket. And that's exactly what she did. Tremendous shot, tremendous cut. Just beautiful play there by the Cardinals.
4 points off the bench for her. Taryn Cash out to Evie Wolshire. Inside. Here's our freshman from Bethel. Turnaround shot, partially blocked. Jade Simpson got the rebound, put it up and in. Carly Moore tried to turnaround shot, was partially blocked, but went right to Jade Simpson.
I'm sure that she'll want to take the pass and the assist for that instead of the missed field goal opportunity down low.
Abby Rawlings inside. Looked like that was almost a double dribble. She kind of hesitated on the dribble, but missing the shot was Nicole Terry. Taryn Cash bring the ball up court now in the front court. 15 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. Shot clock is off. Wittenberg with a 1-point lead. Evie Wolshire lob into Jade Simpson. She is fouled by Abby Rawlings with a push.
Beautiful pass to the inside there by Wolshire. Wolshire, more passes like that, maybe she'll be the quarterback for the Wittenberg Tigers moving forward. That was a beautiful pass, put it right where the defender could not get it. And a beautiful catch, staying with it. And Simpson, she's at the line now, shooting 2.
She hit the first one. She was 5 for 8 coming in, so she is now 6 for 9. Free thrown away. Too strong off the back of the rim. 6 seconds to play. They got plenty of time to get a shot off. Driving, going, trying to go coast to coast. Shot is rejected, however, by Jade Simpson. I'm sorry. That was number 10, Katie McCurry, taking it all the way down court. Their shots blocked. So we've got 10 minutes in the books, and Wittenberg on top, 15-13. Jackson, your thoughts on that first quarter?
Well, Wittenberg, it took them 4 minutes to get their first point in game time. Once they got that first point, well, they've scored 15 in the last 6 minutes. So again, we talked about it. It'd be a little bit of a slow start for Wittenberg offensively. They were going to have to step up on defense, especially that first few minutes of the game to keep them in it. And Wittenberg, they did just that. They have a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter. 15 points in 6 minutes, outscoring their opponents in those 6 minutes as well. So nonetheless, a successful first quarter for the Lady Tigers.
Once again, Diana Knowles in her 4th year at head coach at Otterbein. Of course, Melissa Colby in her 2nd year here at Wittenberg. She did a fine job last year, and they're off to a pretty good start this year. Got a nice blend. Sometimes early this season you're trying to find that blend, those players, your rotation.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave, and not to mention the fact that Wittenberg this season, they did it against some of the top teams when it comes to NCAA Division III ladies basketball. They've gone up against some of the top teams in the entire nation. So when you look at the Wittenberg Tigers, again, I mean, iron makes iron, so I think that's the saying. I may be butchering it a little bit, but nonetheless, the Lady Tigers, they've gone up against some top teams in the entire nation. They're battle tested. They're ready for this one here against Otterbein. They'll be ready to start NCAC play here approaching pretty quickly as well.
We did get some live stats they just brought to us. When we get a chance, we'll go over those, Jackson. We'll go over those for you. Maisie King with the basketball. Over to Claire Radeball. Looks like they have their starters back in there. Otterbein. Wittenberg has Evie Wolshire, Taryn Katz, Ira Miller, Ryan Burton, and Jade Simpson. 5 on the shot clock. They're in trouble, and they lose the ball. Jade Simpson steals it away. Wittenberg with the basketball and a 2-point lead, 9:25 to play in the first half, 15-13. Lob into Ryan Burton, but nice steal by Ellen Nagel. Pass was not high enough. Now quickly down court. Lefty puts a shot up. No good, too strong.
Wittenberg caught a break there. They were late getting back on defense at the very last possession of that first quarter. They were late getting back on defense here once again. Could be a sign of fatigue starting to set in here for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, Olivia Majors was wide open, but she couldn't put the shot down. And now on the other end, Ellen Nagel just picked up her 2nd foul. So Ryan Burton going to go to the line for 2 free throws, where she also is, much like Jade Simpson, she comes in 5 for 8 from the foul line here in the season.
Absolutely. One of the most interesting stats that I see here in this first quarter, well, coming out of the first quarter, is that Wittenberg, they have 5 different players who has recorded points, and Otterbein with 6 different players who have recorded points. Otterbein, they've subbed in 8 players in this game. 6 of them have scored. Wittenberg a little bit more than that, but nonetheless, everybody getting the basketball, everybody scoring as well.
Ryan Burton hit the first one, missed the second one. Just like Jade Simpson. Shot from the foul line, up and in. Nice shot there. And that was, trying to see the number, that was number 11. That was Claire Radeball, her 3rd and 4th point. Wittenberg lead at 1.
Beautiful shot on the other end of the floor, Dave. And again, as I mentioned back in the first quarter, to wear out the size and the strength that Wittenberg has, you have to be able to draw them out to the arc. That's exactly what Otterbein has been able to do after that timeout at the 3-minute mark. And Otterbein, since then, they've been able to shoot the ball significantly better, 11 points over the last 5 minutes in game time.
Freshman Anna Waskowitz in the lineup. She's all over Jade Simpson right now. Evie Wolshire with the basketball. 16-15, Wittenberg with the ball. Taryn Cash, nice dish off to Ryan Burton, but she missed a foul, the layup. Coming back the other way, Shot put up, Olivia Majors from the corner, no good. Rebound, Jade Simpson. Jade Simpson, 8:07 to play in the first half. Inside to Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton turnaround shot up and in, she's fouled. The foul's going to be on Maisie King.
You want to talk about a momentum shifter in this one. Wittenberg and Otterbein, the momentum in this game has been very stagnant over the last 5 or 10 minutes or so game time. And an and one opportunity like that, especially if they connect, that can just swing all the momentum back to the Wittenberg Tigers, who can hopefully build a nice little run out of this.
That thing hit the back of the rim, went up and came down. So 3-point play, the old-fashioned for Ryan Burton, and Tiger lead at 4, 19-15. In the corner, shot put up from the corner, up and in by Maisie King. Her third and fourth point. And Wittenberg lead down to 2 at 19-17.
Maisie King, not a player that you want to start having heat up. She's averaging 7.4 points per game. She's shot the ball significantly well so far this season, 38% from beyond the arc. And how about this, 40% from the field.
Taryn Cash passing into Jade Simpson. Jade Simpson got called for a foul, trying to get the ball away from Otterbein. So Otterbein can tie it or take the lead with a three-pointer here. 7.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Dave Williams, Jackson Lightcap, coming to you from Pam Evans Smith Arena on your Wittenberg Sports Network, powered by TKDS Sports. Shot put up, missed. That shot was put up by Katie McCrary. Wittenberg with the ball in the front court. Taryn Cash. Over to Zaire Miller. Inside to Ryan Burton. Ryan makes a move. Off the glass, up and in.
With the size, the speed, the strength down low, there's not really much you could do to defend that, especially having Waskowitz. Waskowitz, she only stands 5'7", a freshman guard. Doesn't stand a chance down low. Wittenberg again trying to establish the dominance in the post and also trying to exploit Otterbein's weakness as well.
Ryan Burton now with 10 points in the ball game. Foul on Wittenberg. See who they called that on. I think they called that on Ryan Burton. That is her second. She's going to take a seat along with Taryn Cash. So for Wittenberg, we have Zaire Miller out there. We have Katie Whitaker back lineup, Kelsey Reagan, Jade Simpson, and Maddie Barnett. Coming into the lineup is number 24, again, Nicole Terry for Otterbein.
Whitaker checks in. She's 6'5", and then again, you want to talk about how to combat that height? Well, they send in Nicole Terry, who's 5'10". She's the tallest player out on the floor for Otterbein, so quite a bit of a height advantage down low for Whitaker.
And Maisie King just hit about a 14-footer from the left, so Wittenberg lead at 2, 21-19. Maddie Barnett picks up her dribble to Jade Simpson. Jade Simpson back to Kelsey Reagan. Kelsey Reagan lobs into Katie Whitaker. Katie going to try and put it up, no good, but she is fouled. Go ahead.
That's exactly. Sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to cut you off
no
there.
problem.
This is our first time working together, so we're still trying to learn each other as well. That's a beautiful play there by Whitaker down on the inside, especially when you have a player that tall. Katie Whitaker, 6'5", and again, the tallest player on the floor right now for Otterbein, only 5'10". So when you have her get the ball in the post, that's when you're going to have double to triple teams combine in on Katie Whitaker. Go up hard, get the foul. Take your easy free throw shots at the line as well, where she'll knock both of them down.
Katie Whitaker hits both free throws, nothing but net. She came in at 4 for 7, so she's now 6 for 9 on the year. Abby Rawlings back in the lineup for Otterbein. Dishes off to Claire Radeball. Claire Radeball kicks it out. Livy Majors, three-pointer on the way, no good. Jade Simpson with a rebound.
We've seen multiple three-point plays, but we have yet to see a shot nailed from beyond the arc here in this one.
Jade Simpson drives in the lane, puts up a runner, up and in.
Bit of a how do you do? Beautiful coast-to-coast drive. Got the ball on the defensive side of the floor, and she said, I'm doing it myself. I'm not giving this one up. Took it into the hole. Was able to nail the floater.
Wittenberg now with a 6-point lead, their biggest. 15 on the shot clock. Abby Rawlings with a basketball bounce pass. Livy Majors. Livy Majors gets it back, drives, puts a shot with the left hand, no good. Jade Simpson with a rebound. Kind of a wild shot off the backboard, didn't anything else.
Only 3 seconds were on the shot clock there. They wouldn't have been able to get a pass off.
Into Katie Whitaker, and she travels. They're really going to be digging at the ball when Katie Whitaker gets it. Back in the lineup, Kyla Irby, who did a nice job for
Going back to that
Otterbein.
travel, I don't necessarily, it looks like from our vantage point and our viewpoint, it looked like she might have been tugged from behind by Nicole Terry. Terry, I think that call could have gone either way. Otterbein ultimately wins that one. Terry might have gone away with the tug.
Inside shot is blocked. Nicole Terry tried to go up, and Katie Whitaker rejected that one.
Statement down low. That's what Whitaker's been making all night long.
Maddie Barnett with the basketball. Desire Miller inside to Jade Simpson, knocked away, and Wittenberg just stood there. There were two girls had a chance, and Abby Rawlings picked it up and goes down, lays it in. That's a fact where three Wittenberg players, two of them just stood there and watched it. Either one of them could have grabbed it, and Abby Rawlings took advantage.
Huge miscommunication there, a mistake that Wittenberg does not necessarily make, but that's a mistake that doesn't need to be made as well. That is I wouldn't even consider that just giving up on the play. I think that was just a huge miscommunication by the Tigers in the area, and it hurt them down on the defensive side of the floor.
Coach Colby cannot be happy with that. Zaire Miller driving, puts a shot up, no good, but she travels. Wittenberg getting a little out of sync right now.
And you mentioned Wittenberg, that coaching staff has got to be angry right now. We have a timeout taken, not to mention the fact that we also had Carly Moore head to the scores table as if she were to check in as well right after that play. So there's certainly some frustration down on the sideline for the Wittenberg Tigers.
Carly Moore is checked in, and so is Katie McCrary for Otterbein. So we got 4:03 left to play in the first half. Tigers up 25-21. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
All right, back here at Pam Emma Smith Arena on the campus of Wittenberg University in Springfield, Ohio. I'm Dave Williams, along with Jackson Lightcap. Glad you're with us for this evening ball game between the Otterbein Cardinals and the Wittenberg Tigers.
Yeah, so far it's been back and forth. Wittenberg, they control the game right now, but I mean, ultimately, you take a look at the biggest lead of this game, and I don't think that the biggest lead for either side has exceeded 4 points. It's been a very stagnant game. Both teams have both teams have hit their shots. Both teams have turned over the ball. Both teams have looked sloppy at some times, but both teams have also looked very good at some times as well. So it's going to come down to the wire.
Otterbein shot 33% in that first period. Wittenberg shot 46%. Shot put up no good. Katie Whitaker with the rebound. No team has hit a three yet tonight, Jackson.
No, they haven't, and I'm certainly shocked by that as well. I mean, Otterbein, they shoot pretty well from beyond the arc. So does Wittenberg, so shocked by that. We also haven't seen many shots taken from beyond the arc either. I think we've only seen 1 or 2 shots taken from Otterbein from three-point range.
Abby Wolshire shot from the foul line, no good. But Wittenberg steals it away. Zaire Miller with a nice hand to steal that one. But now Carly Moore dribbled too far under the bucket. She throws it away. Maisie King puts it in. Two-pointer, though.
We still have yet to see our first three-pointer of the game. When she let that one fly, I didn't know that her toe was on the line. Ultimately, it was, but I thought the announcer's jinx was starting to come and play a factor here tonight.
Maisie King has already exceeded her point average. She comes in averaging 7.4. She now has 8. Steal by Otterbein, and they come down, and Wittenberg fouls. So Maddie Barnett let the ball get away from her. Otterbein stole it, and they can tie the game. So Wittenberg was up by 6 points. And now if they hit both these free throws, it's going to be a 6-0 run. Going to tie it up. We got 2:50 left to play in the first half.
Dave, so far it's been a great game. Nothing more you can really ask for. Both teams getting it done offensively and defensively. And at this pace of the game, I don't necessarily foresee either of these sides pulling away. Wittenberg, they've got it done defensively. That's translated offensively as well. Otterbein, same way. It's been a close game. These two teams, they match up evenly with each other one thing I want to see more for Wittenberg, I'd like to see them go and establish the postgame once again. It seems like they've drifted away from that. Otterbein, they made some great adjustments. Wittenberg has to reestablish their dominance down low.
Wittenberg scored 12 points in the paint in the first quarter, but believe it or not, Otterbein had 10. And Wittenberg has definitely the height advantage, but Otterbein able to put 10 points on the board in the paint.
A lot of that has also been on turnovers as well. Wittenberg has turned over the basketball a lot. It has led to fast break opportunities, which also counts for points in the paint where there's 1 or 2 or maybe at times 0 defenders in the area as well. So turnovers have been an issue for Wittenberg. Whichever team cleans up the turnover battle is ultimately going to be the team that's going to be leading in the later stages of the fourth quarter.
All right, Kyla Irby going to be at the line. She has 4 points off the bench tonight. She's 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 2:50 left to play in the first half. Free throw on the way, hit the front of the rim, bounced off the glass, and went in. So now the next free throw, if she hits it, we're all knotted up. 25-24, Wittenberg on top. Otterbein can tie it with this one. Free throw on the way, up and in. Nothing but net. 6 points for Kyla Irby. So the Wittenberg 6-point lead is gone. I mean, just like that. Taryn Cash with the basketball. Taryn Cash. Still with the dribble. Over to Evie Wilshire inside. Katie Whitaker off the glass. Too strong. Katie Whitaker's got to put that in when she gets it down low like that. Abby Rawlings going to stop, pop. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. McKenna Baker back in lineup for Wittenberg. McKenna Baker, Carly Moore, also Ryan Burton back in lineup now for Carly Moore.
When Burton was on the floor last time, that's when Wittenberg extended their lead. They went on the nice run. They went up by 6. Since she's been on the bench, Wittenberg, that offense has struggled. Again, we talk about Ryan Burton. She's already up in double digits amount of scoring right now. She's ultimately been the heartbeat right now for the Wittenberg Tigers. Having her back on the floor for the final couple minutes of this first half should play dividends.
Taryn Cash missed a layup. Kyla Irby, three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound, Katie Whitaker. Jasmine Gaines-Burns, the leading scorer for Wittenberg, and she has not been in much. I don't know whether maybe she's under the weather, but she's not playing right now. Pass inside, Katie Whitaker off the glass. Again, she missed it. You can see she's getting frustrated.
Just has to keep in mind next play, she's going to have many more of those looks later tonight. So as long as she can keep even-headed and as even level and keep her mind right, she's going to get multiple more looks just like that and a chance to redeem herself.
Shot missed by Nicole Terry. Wittenberg into Katie Whitaker again. Third time's a charm, and she missed again.
That's a tough one there. Just
looked like she got
a rush shot.
Yeah.
Great defense. That's a tough shot to make. That's not an easy one for Whitaker, and that's not an easy one for anybody at this level.
Here we go. Katie McCurry with the basketball. Going to drive, easy layup, up and in.
Well, beautiful screen there by Nicole Terry. Nicole Terry came up and set a screen right on the elbow of the free throw line that was able to allow the scorer to drive in and have a wide open lane to the hoop. A tremendous screen there. Nicole Terry, she's not going to get any credit for that play, but that's what I'm trying to give her credit for that one because she's the one who set that play up.
50 seconds left to play in the first half. Taryn Cash with a floater in the lane, up and in for first points of the ball game. And we're all tied again, 27-27. We've got 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Bounce pass. Katie McCurry going to try a drive again, but this time she's blocked by. Now she gets under the way, throws up left hand, up and in.
Nice
Katie McCurry, nice play.
Nice stutter step, a head fake as well. Shot clock's turned off. Wittenberg will take the final shot here of this first half, but just an incredible play there by McCurry.
Otterbein on top, 29-27. We're down to 10 seconds. Taryn Cash with the basketball. Down to 7 seconds. Taryn Cash makes a move now. Taryn Cash in the corner. McKenna Baker, three-pointer, no good. So we've played one half of play, and Otterbein leads the Wittenberg Tigers. It is Otterbein 29 and Wittenberg 27. And so I'm sure the Tigers did not anticipate that. With all the size they've got, Otterbein, a much smaller team, but Otterbein leaves at the half with a 2-point lead.
Dave, remember, basketball is a game of runs. Otterbein, they closed out the first half on a run. Wittenberg, they controlled the majority of that entire first half, but it was Otterbein that leads at the locker room. Some adversity starting to set in now for the Wittenberg Tigers. Head into halftime, take a 15-minute break, come back, get your minds reset, because at the end of that first half, it just seemed like Wittenberg was rushing shots. They were playing very sloppy basketball, and it hurt them on the scoreboard. But again, Wittenberg, they're in this game. Both teams are in this game. There's a saying when it comes to basketball, you just want to give yourself a chance to win it when it comes down to crunch time in the final 3 minutes. Both these teams so far playing like that as well, so second half it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, Wittenberg was up 25-19, but Otterbein goes on a 10-2 run then the half, and they lead 29-27. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 12 and a half minutes, and we'll have all the stats from the first half. Well, actually, let's go over to scoring real quick. First for Otterbein, and then we'll just go over the team numbers when we come back. Abby Rawlings has a bucket for 2 points. Maisie King has 4 baskets for 8 points. Katie McCrary, 3 baskets, 6 points. Claire Radeball, 2 baskets for 4 points. Kyla Irby has 4 free throws and 1 basket for 6 points. 1 point for Nicole Terry and 2 points for Ella Nagel. For Wittenberg in the first half, Taryn Cash, 1 basket, 2 points. We have Ryan Burton with 10 points on the first half. 2 points for Evie Wolshire. 5 points for Jade Simpson. 6 points for Katie Whitaker and 2 points for Kelsey Reagan. So right now, Jasmine Gaines Burns, the leading scorer for Wittenberg, has not scored in this ball game. 29-27. We'll be back in about 11 minutes.
To rise above the competition, generations of Wittenberg Tigers have been encouraged to reach down deep for something more. More than skill or strength, more than precision or power, they were asked to do something extra, something beyond themselves. They needed to tiger up. Coined by a Hall of Fame coach and chanted repeatedly for decades since, Tiger Up serves as the rallying cry for championship teams and All-American performances. It calls us to greater determination and an unwavering spirit. To wear the red and white of Wittenberg is an honor, a tradition of excellence to uphold. So is the opportunity to Tiger Up. It's more than a phrase, it's a legacy that binds us, uniting us in victorious celebration and spurring us on to greater heights, even in defeat. Tiger Up echoes across campus, bridging the past and the present as we stand together as Wittenberg Tigers. With the trademark now officially ours, we embrace a new era where the roar of the Tigers resounds louder than ever before. And through it, we will continue to define what it means to compete at the highest levels, inspired by tradition and in full embrace of a promising future. Tiger Up.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
To rise above the competition, generations of Wittenberg Tigers have been encouraged to reach down deep for something more. More than skill or strength, more than precision or power, they were asked to do something extra, something beyond themselves. They needed to Tiger Up. Coined by a Hall of Fame coach and chanted repeatedly for decades since, Tiger Up serves as the rallying cry for championship teams and All-American performances. It calls us to greater determination and an unwavering spirit. To wear the red and white of Wittenberg is an honor, a tradition of excellence to uphold. So is the opportunity to Tiger Up. It's more than a phrase, it's a legacy that binds us, uniting us in victorious celebration and spurring us on to greater heights, even in defeat. Tiger Up echoes across campus, bridging the past and the present as we stand together as Wittenberg Tigers. With the trademark now officially ours, we embrace a new era where the roar of the Tigers resounds louder than ever before. And through it, we will continue to define what it means to compete at the highest levels, inspired by tradition and in full embrace of a promising future. Tiger Up.
All right, welcome back here to Pam Evans Smith Arena. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first half. For Otterbein, they shot 12 of 32 for 38%, 0 for 6 from behind the arc, but 5 for 6 from the foul line. For Wittenberg, 10 of 24 from the floor for 42%. However, they're 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. They are 7 for 9 from the foul line. So both teams shooting well from the foul line. Now, here's kind of a surprise. Even though Wittenberg has the size, the rebounding battle is Wittenberg 16, Otterbein 15. So Otterbein hanging right in there. Assists, Otterbein with 7, Wittenberg with 6. Turnovers, Otterbein with 5, but Wittenberg with 10 turnovers. Best scoring run for Otterbein was 8. The best scoring run for Wittenberg was 4. Biggest lead for Wittenberg, 6 in that first half. For Otterbein, 2. That's what they're at the break. Points in the paint, 20 for Wittenberg, 18 for Otterbein. So we're about ready to start the second half. Jackson, Wittenberg finds themselves in the hole, just down to 29-27.
You know, Wittenberg trails in this one, but Dave, you and I were talking a little bit off air at the break that I think that Wittenberg has the advantage right now, and it's because of the strength and the size that they have down low. And although they're getting outplayed in the paint, I don't see that trend continuing in the later stages of the game. It's almost like if we talk in football, the battle in the trenches, you wear down your opponent. That's exactly what Wittenberg is doing right now. They're wearing down their opponent. Otterbein is giving it everything they have to compete in the paint, while Wittenberg, when it comes fourth quarter time, if they're in this game, Wittenberg will have the advantage because they have more size down underneath, and not to mention the fact that makes their lives easier down low, where Otterbein, they've been fighting the entire game to get points down low. So certainly I expect that to play a factor. Not only just that, but turnovers have got to be have to be a focal point at this intermission by the Wittenberg Tigers. When you take a look at the Wittenberg Tigers, 10 turnovers in that first half, that's not going to cut it. They cannot turn over the ball 10 times during the second half. They got to clean it up offensively as well.
Okay, it's going to be Maisie King, Katie McCrary, Claire Radeball, Olivia Majors, and Ella Nagel start second half for Otterbein, so the original starters. For Wittenberg, they'll have the ball to start the second half. And let's see who they're going to start. It's going to be Taryn Cash. It's going to be their original starters. Taryn Cash, Evie Wolshire, Jasmine Gaines-Burns, Jade Simpson, and Kelsey Reagan. So Wittenberg trails 29-27, just about ready to get the second half started. Glad you're with us. Dave Williams, Jackson Lightcap from Wittenberg University, your Wittenberg Sports Network, powered by TKDS Sports. Wittenberg with the basketball, Taryn Cash. Looks like they're playing a zone now, or maybe pass stolen away, so another turnover by Wittenberg.
Something that they cannot afford to do here in this second half. They turn over the ball way too much in the first half. That's why they're down by 2. Imagine turning over the ball 10 times and only trailing by 2. Wittenberg got lucky in that first half. They got to clean it up here in the second half.
Bounce pass to Katie McCrary. Katie McCrary drives the baseline. Looked like she might have got away with the travel, but now steal by Taryn Cash at the bounce pass. Taryn goes all the way down, and she is fouled by Claire Radeball. Should be a 2-shot foul. No, they're saying it's out of bounds. Or no, he is saying 2 shots. So Taryn Cash going to the line where she is hitting 73% of her free throws on the year.
Great awareness by Taryn Cash. She had numbers on the outside, but those players, her teammates, were trailing behind her. When you have that, just take it to the hole, get fouled. It's a one-on-one opportunity. You have the advantage as well because you have a full head of steam coming down court. Great play there by Taryn Cash defensively and offensively.
Hits both free throws, so we are all knotted up 29-29. Livy Majors with the basketball. Starts a drive, picks up her dribble, outside to Ella Nagel. Katie McCrary back to Ella Nagel, shot put up, no good. Rebound ran down, and now falling out of bounds was Olivia Majors. So give the ball to Wittenberg. She ran it down but couldn't keep her balance.
Good pressure.
Go ahead.
Good pressure there by Kelsey Reagan. Reagan was the one to track it down. She originally had the rebound but lost it. And ultimately, she gave the chase all the way down to that corner and definitely made it tough for Nagel to haul that one in.
Evie Wolshire shot from just inside the top of the circle, and she hits it. So Wittenberg back on top. Evie Wolshire now with 6 points in the ball game. Claire Radeball out top to Katie McCrary, over to Olivia Majors. Over to Ellen Nagel. Ellen Nagel starts a drive. Her pass is almost picked off, but now going in for a layup with the left hand. Up and in, Maisie King. She's now in double figures with 10 points.
That tip pass there by Otterbein was the best thing that could have happened to them because Simpson was in a position to pick off that pass. Because the ball was tipped, she ended up coming out of position. That led to a nice, wide open, easy lane. Nice drive on the inside there by
Jasmine Gaines Burns, but her shot doesn't go in, bounces out. And again, Otterbein scoring on the inside on Wittenberg on that last basket. Katie McCrary, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, Evie Wolshire.
Dave, we have yet to see a trifecta
Yes.
nailed here in this one. We've seen some three-point plays, but no three-pointers from beyond the arc in this one. Neither side have taken many shots from beyond the arc, though, as well.
Evie Wolshire finds the lane to the basket and missed the layup with a left hand.
Shot you got to nail.
Yeah, you got to hit
Wide
that.
open lane. Especially at this level in a game like this, that's a shot that you have got to nail. Wolshire knows that. She's been around the program for the last couple of years. She's a senior. She's been around this game her entire life.
Maisie
She'll
King
bounce back.
shot off the rim, no good, goes out of bounds. 7:13 left to play in quarter number 3, and we're all tied up 31-31. Coach Knowles talking to the official. Is that what you call working the officials a little bit, trying to get in their ear?
These coaches, every coaching staff,
Yeah, it does.
every coaching staff at this level, and really in every level, all the way back down to youth sports as well, they're going to try to butter up the officials as much as they can. These officials, though, they're trained not to allow that happen.
Taryn Cash is fouled by Maisie King, but let's wait and see. No, I think they're calling it on Claire Radeball.
That'll be her third as well.
Taryn Cash right back to the foul line where she hit her last two. Free throw on the way, up and in. Taryn Cash now with 5 points in the ball game.
Taryn Cash is making it known that she is not the player Otterbein wants to foul here in the later stages of this game. She's been lights out from the free throw line.
Abby Rawlings back in the lineup. She did a nice job. I mean, she got only 2 points, but she does a nice job on the floor for Otterbein.
Forced a couple of turnovers out there as well.
And she's only 5'2". At travel right there, called on number 10, Katie McCrary. So give the ball back to Wittenberg with a 2-point lead into Taryn Cash.
Wittenberg with a bucket here. They can start to pull away and start getting momentum back on their side as well. They haven't ran many screens. As I say that, they put a screen on Taryn Cash, and Cash tries taking advantage of that. I'm surprised that wasn't a foul, but Wittenberg, that's what they got to start to do. They got to go a little bit more designed offensive plays. I'd like to see a lot more screens as well.
Olivia Majors drives the other way, and she puts it up and in.
Beautiful
so we're all
drive.
tied again.
Dave, that's just a beautiful drive. Switched crossover down in the paint, was able to get to her left hand and finish. Just a beautiful drive there by Otterbein. That's tough to defend for the Tigers.
Yeah, Taryn Cash missed the layup the other way, but like you said, looked like there was some contact, no call. Jasmine Gaines Burns shot from the baseline, no good. Still looking for her first points of the ball game. Olivia Majors with the basketball.
She didn't play much in that first half, so she's the leading scorer for Wittenberg on the season, has yet to get going. They've definitely missed her presence in that first half.
Inside to
We'll
Maisie King. She's been a real threat, but that time her shot is short, but a rebound. Olivia Majors puts it back up, no good. And now we're going to have a foul on, let's see who they call. Is it on Wittenberg or is it on Otterbein?
Olivia Majors, I know that she missed that shot, but obviously getting her own rebound. Everybody at home watching this game, and everybody at home that has kids that are watching this game that want to play basketball or that are playing basketball, that is exactly why you box that down low. Majors did not have the size advantage. She was aggressive. She was able to box out, got her own rebound, got a shot up. Although she missed it, great tenacious effort there by Majors.
But she picked up her third foul.
That's something
Ryan
kids at
Burton
home you
inside
don't
to
want to
Jade
do.
Simpson, and that ball's knocked out of Jade Simpson's hands, and she's going up. So they've been doing a good job, Ellen Nagel and them down low. Kyla Irby back in the lineup for Olivia Majors. Kyla Irby did a nice job in that first half. She scored 6 points in that first half. She comes in averaging 6.2. Ryan Burton with a bucket.
Youth players at home, that's why you follow your shot. Burton, she missed the first one, but was able to follow her shot, and then an easy layup. That's exactly what you're taught to do. Great job there by Burton. Plays like that, that's what adds up to win games.
Maisie King looked like it was going to bounce out for a second, but it goes in. Nice shot by Maisie King. We're all tied, 35-35. Taryn Cash drives, scores.
She was whacked, too. Got the ball out before she was hit, but what a shot. What a drive by Taryn Cash. She's taking over here in this third quarter.
Kyla Irby, three-pointer on the way, no good. Taryn Cash, ball's loose on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball to go to Otterbein. Yeah, it really looked like Taryn Cash got hit pretty good on that one shot. Now we're going to have a timeout on the floor. 37-35, Wittenberg on top. We're at 4:45 left to play in quarter number 3. Glad you're with us. I'm Dave Williams along with Jackson Lightcap, and these two teams will be back in action again. Wittenberg in just 2 days. They're going to be on the road to Anderson, and Saturday, Otterbein's going to be home taking on the Baldwin-Wallace Yellow Jackets.
2 tough games for these programs upcoming, and then Wittenberg, they're back here in the Wittenberg Holiday Classic early next week as well. So Wittenberg, again, we talk about their tough schedule. It's not going to get easier from here on out, especially heading into NCAC play. When it comes to women's basketball, there's a lot of great teams in the NCAC. So Wittenberg, but again, they've stacked their out-of-conference schedule. They're battle-tested. They're going to be ready to go. And again, off for a couple of weeks. Yes, off to a slow start here on this one. They're in a dogfight right now with Otterbein. And Dave, I will say this before the action gets back underway. Otterbein, Wittenberg, one key factor which will be able to help them pull away in the end, whichever team has one player take over the game as the leading scorer. So far, it looks like Taryn Cash has been that lady for the Wittenberg Tigers. If she can continue that, Wittenberg, they could try to start to pull away in this one.
Yeah, Ryan Burton's in double figures, but she scored so many there in the first half, and it's good to see her score again here in the second half and get going. All right, getting ready to inbound Katie McCrary for Otterbein. Wittenberg up 2. Over to Maisie King. Back to Katie McCrary. She's going to drive, picks up her dribble, out to Abby Rawlings. Maisie King with the basketball over to Katie McCrary. Inside, and the ball knocked away by Ryan Burton. There's only going to be 3 seconds on the shot clock, so they're going to have to get a shot off quickly. Katie McCrary going to inbound it for Otterbein. And inside, and we're going to have a jump ball, I think. Well, let's see. They called jump ball. Or they just called no. They called. So Wittenberg retained possession of the arrow.
Best case scenario there for Wittenberg as well, because they still keep the possession arrow in their back pocket here for the remainder of this third quarter. So Wittenberg, that's a great defensive possession. That's a possession that you could build off of. Let's see if they can start knocking down shots on the offensive side of the floor.
Caused a shot clock violation. Jade Simpson in the lane, up the left hand, no good. Kind of a wild shot. Maisie King ahead. Katie McCrary lays it in, and she's fouled. She has a chance to old-fashioned three-point play. She's hitting 67% of her free throws. Wittenberg, that was just kind of a wild shot down there by Jade Simpson. Maddie Barnett back in the lineup, going to give Taryn Cash a rest. Well-deserved rest for Taryn.
Dave, it just seems like Wittenberg, they're rushing their shots. I noticed that at the end of the first half, and it's continuing on here into the third quarter. And it just seems like, remember back in the first quarter, especially when Wittenberg went on that nice scoring run at the later stages of that first quarter, they were moving the ball around. They were talking together as a team. They were playing unselfish basketball, but right now it just seems like Wittenberg, they're rushing their shots. If they're passing the ball, it's only 1 or 2 passes, then they're throwing up a shot. And Wittenberg, they have plenty and plenty of other opportunities and better opportunities to take those shots, but they're not waiting for those opportunities. That's something that Wittenberg has got to adjust on. Perfect opportunity to talk about it here in the huddle at the timeout.
They're looking at the replay, and I'm wondering if they're saying that she got fouled, that Taryn accidentally hit her in the head when she went up for the layup. I don't know what else they'd be doing, but Diana Knowles was over there talking to the officials, and now they're over there looking at, because you can do that now this year. You can look at replays, and you can look at and they're trying to see, and I think that's the only thing I can think of. And I didn't know if they had that rule, like, where they get hit in the head. She tried to block her shot. She didn't block it. So we'll see what happens here.
It'll be interesting to see what happens on the floor, and I don't necessarily know what they would be looking at. Maybe the extent of the contact, or
Well, that's what I'm
if
thinking.
there was contact at all. I mean, from up here, our viewpoint, it looked like there was a lot of contact.
Well,
but
I'm sure it's got Diana Knowles
and
wouldn't
see.
be saying it was no contact. She was talking to officials. I'm sure she's saying that her girl maybe got hit in the head is what I'm thinking. And now they got the other official coming over to look. So 2 officials looked at it. Now they're bringing the other official over, and he's looking at it.
You notice how one of the officials stepped back to allow the other person to come out. I guess the saying, 2 is the right amount, 3 is a crowd, is the correct saying. The officials, they respect that. We're having some fun here at Pam Evans Smith Arena, down on the floor, stands, even up here on the broadcast.
37-37. We've got 4:10 left to play. We're waiting to find out what's going to be here. What the outcome's going to be of this. Well, they're looking now. They're going to get together. 3 officials are going to talk. It just, I don't know, maybe just looked like she tried to block the shot. She might have hit her head. I don't know on the arm, but they called the foul. I think it's just 1 free throw. Looks like that's what they're calling.
Yes, 1 free throw for Otterbein.
So Diana Knowles was working the officials, trying to get a little bit more there. She's still talking to the official. Katie McCurry going to be at the line for the first time tonight. She averages 11 points. She's got 8 in the ball game. Missed the free throw, rimmed out. So we're all tied at 37-37. Maddie Barnett with the basketball. Maddie Barnett. Debbie Wolshire. Now we have an offensive foul on Maddie Barnett.
I think that might have been an illegal screen.
Yes.
It was supposed to be a pick and roll. Barnett was supposed to set herself up down in the corner. She bumped into another player. She was supposed to set the screen on. It was more of a football block. Her foot kept moving, and you can't have that illegal screen there on Wittenberg. Right call.
Katie Whitaker back in the lineup for Wittenberg, and she bothers a shot there by Nicole Terry, who got it down low, but she couldn't do anything with Katie Whitaker on her. Wittenberg with the ball, 3:35 to play. Third quarter, we're all tied up 37-37. Katie Whitaker in the lane, now she moves out. Evie Wolshire just got fouled. Man, oh man, and she is down on the court. She is hurt. How in the world could that not be a foul? I mean, she just got knocked over.
Yeah, she's in some pain. She went down real awkwardly as well, and Dave, I don't understand how that wasn't called a foul. It was almost as if she was shoved to the ground. The only question is was it an opponent who shoved her to the ground, or was it her own teammate who accidentally shoved her to the ground?
And it might have been, but it was contact by Otterbein that caused it.
Absolutely. The officials are going to head over once again to the replay, and wouldn't shock me to see. Yeah, I think that should have been a foul. Otterbein, they were definitely there in the mix. Yeah, I mean, even if she was tripped up by her own player, her own teammate, there was definitely some contact down there.
Yeah,
nonetheless, I mean, our focus just now shifts to make sure that injured player, Abby's down on the floor, and some thoughts go out that she's okay.
They can't afford to lose her. She's such a good player. The senior kind of has great leadership. She's going to get up now. Hopefully she's going to be fine. Hopefully she didn't hit her head.
It looked like she was favoring that knee, and now I'm not a doctor, but her jogging off under her own power makes it seem like it looked worse than what it actually was. So we're waiting to see the official results, but good to see her jog off the court under her own power.
So we got Ryan Burton, Katie Whitaker, Maddie Barnett, Kelsey Reagan, and Jasmine Gaines-Burns out there for Wittenberg.
Jasmine Gaines-Burns still silent in this one, the leading scorer for Wittenberg on the year. Expect her in these couple minutes that she's in. I expect her to find her rhythm and start to get going here for the Lady Tigers.
Okay, I think we're going to have a media timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. 3:22 left to play. Third quarter, we're all tied 37-37. We're going to take a break. All right, back here at Wittenberg University, and we're all tied 37-37. Otterbein to inbound the basketball to Abby Rawlings. Abby Rawlings, Nicole Terry, Kyla Irby, Maisie King, and also out there, Katie McCurry. Steal by Wittenberg, and man, again, Jasmine Gaines-Burns is knocked over by Katie McCrary. That's her first foul.
That was unintentional. Both players got their feet tied up. Completely unintentional, especially because McCrary, she was able to run over and help Burns up to her feet as well. But Dave, I agree with you. And a lot of this contact and a lot of the physicality is just heat of the moment, heat of the game.
Yeah.
It's completely unintentional, but it looks more like a football field down on the basketball court.
Ryan Burton into Katie Whitaker. Katie Whitaker again cannot put it in the bucket. Short shot. Kyla Irby with a drive. Kyla Irby shot no good, but she is fouled. Kyla Irby going to go back to the line where she is 4 for 4. And Wittenberg has got to start hitting some of the shots down low.
Irby, she had to step on her defender there, and with the speed, it was going to be a wide open, easy 2 points unless that foul was committed. No doubt, no question about it, that was a foul down on the floor, but it was also a smart foul there by the Lady Tigers to save a for sure 2 points. Now you got to work for it a little bit more.
Kyla Irby hits both free throws, so she is 6 for 6 from the line, and she now has 8 points. And Otterbein back on top, 39-37. Game going back and forth the whole day. And now steal, a bad pass. Katie McCurry steals it and scores.
Great read there by McCurry. McCurry, wonderful read. She was trailing her defender. She was with her then, and then she just ended up reading the pass, reading the eyes, jumped the pass, jumped the route. And McCurry, she's starting to take over now for Otterbein. Exactly what we were talking about. We need players to step up for each side if they want to come out on top. And now it looked like it was Taryn Cash for Wittenberg. Now she's on the sideline. Now it's McCrary, Katie McCrary for
And they throw
Otterbein.
the ball away again, trying to hit Katie McCrary. Trying to go inside, or not Katie McCrary, excuse me, Katie Whitaker. And they just throw it right over her head. So it goes out of bounds. And Otterbein with a 4-point lead. Kyla Irby to Katie McCrary, back to Nicole Terry. Three-pointer put up and in. First three of the game by Abby Rawlings, and Wittenberg all of a sudden find themselves down 7 points, 44-37.
Wittenberg, they got to find something right now. They need a bucket to end this run.
And
these
another
turnovers
It's
are
unbelievable.
not going to help them.
They can't throw the ball to each other. Again, they threw it out of bounds, trying to get Ryan Johnson. Now back in line up Taryn Cash, and also Zaire Miller. Wittenberg's got to get on point here.
Dave,
they're
remember
down 7 points.
This is a team that has not played a game in 2 weeks. They were supposed to play Saturday against Miami, Hamilton, Ohio. That was a team. That was a game that ended up being canceled, and it's starting to show right now on the floor. A lot of sloppy basketball, missed shots. Players just not playing together as a team. Wittenberg, they're still in it. They're only down by 9, and you still have just over 11 minutes total time to play in this game. But you get the sense that you need a bucket right here.
46-37 now. Katie Whitaker takes a three. No good. I think it was a three. Back the other way. Abby Rawlings puts shot. Is rejected by Katie Whitaker.
Block party down low by Whitaker. That's a way to swing momentum back to your side. You need a bucket here if you're Wittenberg.
Ryan turned around. No good, but she is fouled by Maisie King.
If there's one player that's going to take over this game for the Wittenberg Tigers, it has got to be Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton, she was tremendous in that first half, was the leading scorer for the Wittenberg Tigers. But then you take a look at her second half numbers. Yes, she spent some time on the bench, but she also has missed quite a bit of her shots here in the second half. Hopefully this trip to the free throw line, she can find her rhythm, find her routine. Trips to the free throw line are a great way to get that shot and just see one go into the net to help get your confidence up as well after she misses the first
Ryan
and the
Burton
second.
missed both free throws. They've got to get some, and they've got to get something from Jasmine Gaines-Burns. Got to get her back in the game and see if she can get the thing going. Right now, Otterbein with a 9-point lead, and I don't think anybody foresaw this happening. Kyla Irby. And now we have a foul on Zaire Miller.
Wittenberg, you're okay. I mean, Wittenberg down on the floor right now, it looks like they're playing out of their game. You still have a full another quarter. You're only down by 9. You're in this game.
Maisie King misses a shot, rebound Wittenberg.
You're in this game. You just need to find a way to calm yourselves down. This quarter break is going to be huge for the Wittenberg Tigers. Take down the time as much as you can. There's a 2-second differential between shot and play clock. So you know what? Take this down as long as you can. Try to get a bucket and mental reset at the quarter break.
We're down to 12 seconds playing the third quarter. 46-37. Taryn Cash with a drive. Dishes off. Zaire Miller, three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, and a shot clock violation. So that's going to give the ball to Otterbein. They think the girls think the quarter's over, but it's shot clock violation. And Wittenberg is in real trouble, down 9 here at home, and haven't been able to put the ball in the hole. And so we're done 3 quarters in the books. Your score right now is Otterbein 46 and Wittenberg 37. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the last 10 minutes right after this.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
Back here at Wittenberg University. By the way, again, Wittenberg has not hit a 3 tonight, 0 for 2. Otterbein has taken 10. They have hit 1, but they're up 9 points. Down the game, they're 40% shooting. Wittenberg down to 36% shooting.
And you know what, Dave? I said this before heading into the quarter break. The biggest thing that Wittenberg needs to know right now is relax.
Wittenberg
Play
with the
your
basketball
game.
to start the fourth quarter. 26-23, Otterbein leading the rebounding battle, Jackson, which is kind of a surprise.
Relax and play your game. You're in it. You just cannot rush shots. That was a rush shot, but hey, you got the points out of it. So
Evie Wolshire, runner off the glass, up and in. 46-39. 9:36 to play in our ball game. Olivia Majors with a basketball. To Maisie King. Over to Claire Radeball. Back to Olivia Majors. Inside. Ellen Nagel. Turn around. Puts a shot up. Up and in.
good defense, just better offense. Again, if you're Wittenberg, do not let that get in your head. You still have 9:15 to play in this game. You're only down by 9. Take it one possession at a time and just start knocking down your shots, and you're right in this ball game. You're not down by a crazy amount with just 9 to go.
And
Wolfshire,
there she is again. Wolfshire with a drive to the bucket, off the glass and in.
starting to take over as well.
48-41. Livy Majors. Over to Claire Radeball. To Abby Rawlings. And now pass is stolen away by Wittenberg. If Wittenberg scores here, I wouldn't be surprised if Otterbein would call a timeout.
Great defense there. Tremendous defense by Abby Rawlings. Again, she's the player that went to Kings High School down in Cincinnati. Falling to the ground, was able to strip the ball away from Taryn Cash and save an easy 2 points. What tremendous defense there by Abby Rawlings, the freshman, the true freshman, by the way, as well.
Kelsey Reagan in the lineup. Evie Wolshire leaves. Jade Simpson with a move in the lane. Dribbles or passes off to Taryn Cash. Taryn Cash almost loses it, gets it back. 15 on the shot clock.
Reset the offense, go through your playbook. You're in it, it's 10 to shoot.
Jade Simpson to Kelsey Reagan. 5 on the shot clock, Kelsey Reagan. Ryan Burton puts up a shot, is way short. Good defense by Otterbein.
Great defense there by the Cardinals on the other end of the floor. We're waiting to see it now if they can turn it into some offensive points.
Shot is short, but a nice rebound. Maisie King, shot, no good. Rebound, Taryn Cash. That was Claire Radeball put up that first shot. Wittenberg with the basketball, down 7, 48-41. 7:50 to play in our ball game. Jasmine Gaines-Burns inside to Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton, turnaround shot off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound, put it back up and in.
Once again, follow your shots. Stay within your fundamentals. You're right back in this game. Ryan Burton, she knows that. One of the leaders for the Wittenberg Tigers going to work on the interior. Something we haven't seen the Tigers do efficiently since the first quarter.
Abby Rawlings, who has the 1-3 in the ball game. To Claire Radeball. Abby Rawlings dish to Claire Radeball again. Claire Radeball is fouled by Taryn Cash. It's going to be the first foul of the fourth quarter. Back in lineup, Katie McCrary, who's done a really nice job tonight for Otterbein. She comes in with 10 points in the game. She averages 11, so she's almost at her average. Livy Majors with a basketball, with a drive. Livy Majors trying to go up with the left hand, no good. Rebound, Ryan Burton.
That was a tremendous defense there. Tremendous defense by Reagan, staying with her step for step, was able to disrupt the shot. Wittenberg, a bucket here, you're back to a one-score game. And continue to play your game.
48-43, Taryn Cash drives, missed the layup. But Ryan Burton again with the layup. She scores, she's fouled.
Once again, Ryan Burton, what a player, the junior from Houston, Texas. Again, she's the playmaker. She's the leader of the Wittenberg Tigers. She is the heartbeat for the Tigers as well. As, in fact, I'll go on and say it. She is the eye of the Tiger. She has been able to play tremendous here tonight. Fundamentally sound, following her own shot. Big free throw here, and she knocks it
hits
down.
It. Old-fashioned three. Back in the lineup, Nicole Terry for Otterbein. Livy Majors with a basketball. Over to Ellen Nagel. Now to Katie McCrary. Ellen Nagel. Claire Radeball, bounce pass. Shot is put up and missed. Rebound, here come the Tigers with a chance to tie. But dribbling off her foot was Taryn Cash. Katie McCrary back the other way, lays it up and in. So Wittenberg, another turnover, has been killing them tonight also. And she has dribbled it right off her foot. So Wittenberg back down 4, 50-46. Taryn Cash with a drive. She's fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2. Picking up the foul, Claire Radeball.
Taryn Cash has taken over this second half, Dave. And
by the way, that's her 4th.
Taryn Cash has taken over this second half, Dave, and heading back to the free throw line, a place where she's been very efficient so far here tonight. Couple of big free throws here, trying to bring it back to one score. She'll knock down the first.
She now has 9 points in her ball game, trying to become the second Tiger in double figures. Free thrown away, rattled around, but went in. So it's 50-48, Tigers down by 2. Abby Rawlings back in the lineup for Claire Radeball. 6:05 left to play in our ball game. Wittenberg down 2. They've trailed by as many as 9. Katie McCurry with a drive. Kicks it off. Now pass is stolen away by Wittenberg, but stolen back by Otterbein. And Katie McCurry scores.
What a strong drive, a strong finish. McCurry, she has stepped up massively here in this second half, especially for the Otterbein Cardinals. Again, just as I mentioned back in the third quarter, who is going to step up and take control of this game? Right now, you have 2 players that have stepped up and have taken control of this game. For Wittenberg, it's Taryn Cash. For Otterbein, it's Katie McCrary.
And the turnovers have really been hurting Wittenberg. Although, believe it or not, Otterbein now, after the 3 quarters, Otterbein had 13 turnovers. So Wittenberg didn't have a turnover in the third quarter, but they've had some turnovers here the last couple times down court. So Wittenberg down 52-48. We've got 5:52 to play in our ball game. Otterbein comes in with a record of 3-4. Wittenberg comes in with a record of 3-2.
Big game, especially for both of these teams. Obviously, Otterbein coming out of the OAC, Wittenberg coming out of the NCAC. So, again, when it comes down to it, the strength of your out-of-conference schedule sets you up and helps you out when you go into your in-conference schedule. Both those conferences I just mentioned, top-notch conferences in NCAA Division III basketball.
All right, we've got 5:52 left to play, 52-48. I know Katie McCurry, Katie Whitaker's had some back problems this year, and I know she's She's got a strap on around her back right now. Hopefully she is okay. All right, so Wittenberg going to inbound. Jade Simpson, Taryn Cash, Ryan Burton, Jasmine Gaines-Burns, and Kelsey Reagan. And again, Reagan's only had 2 points, and Jasmine Gaines-Burns still looking for her first points of the ball game. Ryan Burton, shot off the glass, no good, and they got a foul. It was a good thing because the ball got trapped between the glass and the rim. So it's going to be 2 shots coming up for Ryan Burton.
Dave, one thing I saw that was different from Otterbein in that possession than what we've seen the entire game, they came out of that in a zone, not man-to-man defense. It was a zone, which is something that you don't necessarily, we haven't seen from Otterbein a whole lot here in this game. Or wonder if we're stick with it.
Ryan Burton hits the first free throw. She now has 18 points in the ball game.
Dave, a wise man once told me, thank you, Dad, but games are won and lost at the free throw line. That's what he told me back in my playing days, and there's a lot of truth behind that as well. You have to hit your free throws if you want to be the team on top at the end.
She got both of them, so 52-50 again. Wittenberg down 2, but every time they get the ball with a chance to tie, they turn it over. Nice move in the lane. Now dishes back out. Abby Rawlings over to Katie McCrary. Livia Majors, back to Abby Rawlings. Katie McCrary, back to Abby Rawlings with a drive. Nice dish off, but stolen away by Jasmine Gaines-Burns. Nobody was there. Abby Rawlings looked like a good pass, but then nobody was there. Inside, Ryan Burton, shot up and in. We're all tied.
Ryan Burton once again going to work on the post again. With Wittenberg, their size down low, the strength down low, the speed down low, the height advantage down low. It was just a matter of time before they started wearing out the smaller defenders for the Otterbein Cardinals. We're at that point in the game. Burton, she's taking advantage of it.
Ellen Nagel with the ball in the lane. Shot is short, and it tried to be saved. They throw it in. Jade Simpson with it. Bounce pass to Taryn Cash. Wittenberg could regain the lead. Taryn Cash looked like she might have got away with the travel. No call. Ball loose. Abby Rawlings, of all people, comes down with a 5'2". 4:15 left to play. She's going coast to coast. Now she picks up her dribble. Out to Katie McCrary. Katie, back to Abby Rawlings. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound Ryan Burton.
Slow it down if you're Wittenberg. That's exactly what Taryn Cash is doing. Just walk the ball off the floor, get your play call, and go to work. It's a tie game. We're approaching crunch time. Hey, partner, this is what we ask for, especially from the broadcast crew.
Ryan Burton gets called for a travel. Again, Wittenberg, they get a chance, and they turn it over. Back in the lineup, Kyla Irby and Maisie King. And both those players have really done a nice job tonight for Otterbein.
Dave, I'll tell you this. If this is a game that Wittenberg comes out with, it doesn't matter if they win this or lose this, they will be running a lot of wind sprints tomorrow at practice for all of these turnovers. Practice, I can tell you, will not be fun tomorrow.
Didn't have any in the third quarter, but they're picking them up again here in the fourth quarter. Kyla Irby. Bounce pass inside to Maisie King. Shot up in the left hand, up and in. Maisie King has really done a great job tonight. She's got
down low.
14 points. For Otterbein. Otterbein back on top, 54-52.
It's been a silent 14 for King as well.
Taryn Cash, nice bounce pass to Ryan Burton, and her shot's blocked by Ellen Nagel.
Nagel able to get there, get her paw on it from behind.
See if Otterbein can take you 2-possession lead with 3 minutes left to play in our ball game.
We're in crunch time.
Irby over Ellen Nagel. Abby Rawlings back to Ellen Nagel. She's trying to drive back. Maisie King shot, no good. Rebound, Taryn Cash.
Great
Here
defense
come the Tigers.
there. Great defense there by the Tigers. They were able to stay with it step for step.
Timeout Wittenberg, and I think Wittenberg got a break there.
Jasmine Gaines-Burns, she definitely traveled, picked up her foot, and then came back down.
And it wasn't her fault. She was trying to stop the bad pass from going out of bounds. And I think she took a little hop. They could have called a travel.
I think Otterbein fans and Otterbein, they have a reason to be upset about that one. Nothing that Burns could have done there, but Wittenberg definitely got away with another turnover.
Let's see if Jasmine Gaines-Burns could get on the scoreboard. Again, she came in averaging 13.6 points a game. and she has yet to score tonight. Leading scorer tonight is Ryan Burton with 21 points.
Dave, I'm not a math whiz by any means, but I do believe that average is going to drop significantly after tonight.
Yeah.
She also hasn't been on the floor a whole lot,
No.
too. She's been on the bench quite a bit. She has not averaged the amount of playing time in this game than what she's used to all season long. Wonder if something is going on a little bit behind the scenes, whether it's a injury or something along those lines. But she's out there now and a chance again.
Yep.
Big-time players make big-time plays. It doesn't matter what point in the game. And she's out there now for the Tigers. I expect her to get her first bucket sooner rather than later.
Maddie Barnett out there now for Taryn Cash. Kelsey Reagan. Kelsey, back to Maddie Barnett. Tigers yet hit a 3 tonight. They're down 2, 54-52. Maddie Barnett with a drive. Maddie Barnett, shot rejected out of bounds by Ella Nagel. 4 on the shot clock, so Wittenberg's got to get a shot off quickly.
Maddie Barnett for the Wittenberg Tigers. She was working against Abby Rawlings for Otterbein. They were teammates at Kings High School.
Jasmine Gaines-Burns, shot in the lane, no good. By the way, Katie Whitaker back in the lineup for Wittenberg. Katie McCurry with the basketball. Abby Rawlings. I thought she was going to take a 3. She thinks better of it. They're going to run a little clock. Can't blame them. Katie McCurry with a drive. Stop, shot from the foul line, no good. Rebound, Katie Whitaker. The Maddie Barnett, 1:48 to play in our ball game. 54-52. Wittenberg down 2 points. Maddie Barnett almost losing. In fact, she's fouled. That one kind of bailed her out there. That's 4th foul on Otterbein, I think. It is. Okay, in the lineup now, Evie Wolshire, Ryan Burton, Taryn Cash, Jasmine Gaines-Burns, and Jade Simpson back in the lineup for Wittenberg. Looks like Nicole Terry back in the lineup. She joins Abby Rawlings. Katie McCrary, Kyla Irby, Jade Simpson with the basketball. Jade Simpson, bounce pass to Jasmine Gaines-Burns. We've got 8 on the shot clock. Jasmine Gaines-Burns, I think they're going to let her see if she can work some magic. She goes up for a shot, no good. Little contact there, no call.
I like the ISO call, trying to get your best scorer involved here in late stages of the game, just going to get its fall.
Maisie King with the basketball out top. Abby Rawlings. 1:05 to play in our ball game. Wittenberg down 2. Katie McCrary, bucket here will be big for Otterbein. Abby Rawlings, gonna drive. Abby Rawlings kicks it out. Kyla Irby, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down to Wittenberg. Jasmine Gaines-Burns, the Taryn Cash.
Great hustle there by Burns. She was the one who got there. If not, Otterbein would have had another possession to try to go up by 2 possessions and also would have milked some time.
Taryn Cash off the glass, ties it.
Beautiful drive. She has been the boss here in this second half. So far, she's been the player that has propelled Wittenberg. And now, Otterbein a chance to take the lead with just 24 seconds left.
All right, Katie McCrary with the basketball. 16 on the shot clock, so there's about 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Timeout, Otterbein. 54-54. What a tremendous game tonight.
Well, Dave, if you're Otterbein right now, you just take this timeout. 5-second differential between shot and game clock. There's one player in this building that I think's taking this shot, and it's got to be Katie McCurry.
Yeah.
McCurry, she's got to be the one taking this shot, and if it's anybody different, I would be awfully shocked. She's had the hot hand, especially in the second half. I'm expecting them to draw up an inbound and a play to get the ball in the hands of McCurry in her sweet spot to try to put the game pretty much on ice.
And here's another thing. If they miss the shot and Wittenberg will get the rebound, if they foul, Wittenberg goes to foul line. Wittenberg's only committed 1 foul. Otterbein's committed 4 fouls. So Otterbein's got to be careful if they miss a shot, not to foul, or even if they make it, not to foul.
And on the flip side, Wittenberg, you want to be aggressive here, but you don't want to be too aggressive that on the shot you foul as well. You want to be passive aggressive because a foul for Wittenberg on the shot could give Otterbein an easy chance to take the lead.
Well, not only that, you've got 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. If you foul and you're Wittenberg, even though they're not going to foul line, they're going to get 20 seconds. And so no longer are you, sure to get the ball back. Here, at least, even if Otterbein scores, they should get the ball back. All right, so we got Katie McCrary, Abby Rawlings, Nicole Terry, Maisie King, and I think, trying to see who that fifth player is out there. Oh, it's going to be Olivia Majors. Abby Rawlings with basketball. 13. Bounce pass, Olivia Majors. Olivia Majors with a drive. Olivia Majors goes up. Shot. No good. Rebound Wittenberg. Timeout Tigers. And remember with the rule, and this is one rule I wish the men would have. They get the ball now at midcourt. Wittenberg. I would love to see that rule implemented in the men's game. It does make it more interesting. I actually prefer the girls' game. I prefer the quarters, and I prefer this. The only thing I would like to see 1-and-1 still in the girls' game instead of, and I didn't realize, I think you were telling me, now in high school basketball, once you hit 5, it's 2-and-2. 2 shots. They don't have 1-and-1 anymore in high school, men and or boys and girls, right?
Yes, they shifted that from boys and girls to 2 shots. But once again, going back to that one, we mentioned Katie McCurry. She was going to be the one that was going to be taking the shot. They were trying to get the ball outside to her on the wing, but it was tremendous defense by Wolshire. Wolshire was with her step for step that the pass was not open, and if they tried getting her the ball would have been intercepted by Wolshire and back down the other end of the floor. I will also say this, Otterbein, they got away with it because that ball was not out of the hands when the shot clock went off. Wittenberg should be inbounding it from the baseline with about 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
Because that ball was not out of the hands. It should have been a shot clock violation. There should have been about 5.6 seconds left on the clock. Wittenberg would be inbounding it down low, but with the timeout, now they'd be inbounding it at half court. So nonetheless, Wittenberg, they missed out on an opportunity there. Otterbein, they caught a break because this definitely could have suited Wittenberg a lot better, but nonetheless, you have a chance to go for the win.
Jade Simpson, Ryan Burton, Jasmine Gainsbourg, Evie Wolshire, and Taryn Cash out there for the Tigers. Now again, Otterbein has committed 4 fouls. They've got to be really careful that they cannot commit a foul. Inside to Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton is fouled. There it is. We just talked about it. Ryan Burton's going to go to the line with 0.8 of a second left. Nicole Terry with a foul.
And Dave, what was I saying? You want to be passive aggressive. I said that for Wittenberg. The same scenario came into play there with Otterbein because now Wittenberg, you nail one of these 2 shots, you're up. Less than a second left.
Here we go. Free throw on the way. No good off the back of the rim.
Dave, games are won and lost at the free throw line, and it comes down to this.
Here we go. Ryan Burton dribbles. Free throw on the way. No good. Rebound, Jade Simpson. But she got fouled also. So Jade Simpson going to go back to foul line.
Well, I think that there was a timeout taken by Otterbein. I think that's what the whistle was from.
How can they call a timeout? They didn't have the ball. You can't call a timeout without the ball. Jade Simpson got the rebound. She got fouled. Jade Simpson should be going to the foul line. You can't give them a timeout without the basketball.
I agree with you. Diana Knowles, she was in the ear of the official, and she was calling the timeout. They're going to go to the replay now to try to see what's going on here because, once again, Coach Knowles, she was in the ear of the official. She called timeout as soon as she missed that free throw. So it bounced down into Wittenberg's possession.
But any official knows you can't call timeout until you get control of the basketball.
And I think that's why they're going to the scorer's table right now to look at it. I don't think that that's going to be a foul. They might say a foul, but I do believe that they're just putting extra time on the clock for the Tigers to try to make something happen. I'd say right around 0.6 seconds.
Are they saying it's overtime?
And yeah, scratch everything I said. We got OT.
No, this is ridiculous. Wittenberg lost the game to Alma because they couldn't hit a free throw at the end, and right now they had 2 shots, and he missed them both.
Ryan Burton, she's been automatic from the free throw line today as well.
And she'd only missed 3. Well, she'd only missed 1 going into that, or 2. She's missed 4 from the free throw line now tonight.
Games are won and lost at the free throw line, Dave.
She's 4 for 8 from, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3. She's actually 5 for 9 from the foul line. But man, those last two were huge. All right, so we're going to overtime. And I actually thought Jade Simpson got the ball, and I thought they called a foul, and Jade Simpson was going to foul line. Thank you.
Dave, overtime isn't necessarily a bad thing. It means I get some more time with you, partner.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
Hopefully that's a good thing.
Yeah. All right, so for Wittenberg, Evie Wilshire, Jade Simpson, Ryan Burton, Taryn Cash, and Jasmine Gaines Burns. Maybe we'll get Jasmine going. Olivia Majors, Abby Rawlings, Nicole Terry, Maisie King, and Katie McCrary. All right, jump. It's going to go to Otterbein. Abby Rawlings with the basketball. So Wittenberg is yet to lead in the second half. Katie McCrary. Abby Rawlings. Now we're going to have a foul on Wittenberg.
Once again, fouls carry over from the fourth quarter
wait a minute,
into
I'm sorry,
overtime.
that foul's on Otterbein. They called a foul on Otterbein. So that'll be the 6th, but it's no offensive foul, so Wittenberg obviously won't go to the foul line.
Fouls carry over from the fourth into overtime,
Right.
so that sets up Wittenberg. They only have one team foul. Otterbein, they have already put the Tigers in the bonus. Wittenberg with the advantage here in OT.
Evie Wilshire, Jasmine Gaines Burns. Love to see her get going. Jasmine Gaines Burns and Jade Simpson. Taryn Cash, 11 on the shot clock. Taryn Cash going to drive, lose control. I think she traveled. Yeah, now offensive foul on Jasmine Gaines Burns. She is just really struggling tonight.
A lot of it has also been Wittenberg, the Lady Tigers, they have not played a game in the last 2 weeks. Their last game was 2 weeks ago at Transylvania, and then also remember she spent a lot of time in that first half on the bench as well.
Here we go. Katie McCurry, Abby Rawlings. Almost throw it away. Otterbein still with the basketball. Seven on the shot clock. Abby Rawlings lose control of the basketball, out of bounds. Turnover. Give it back to Wittenberg.
You know what's interesting, Dave? You look at Wittenberg's schedule so far this season. In fact, this is their first home game since November 10th.
Yes.
They've been on the road for the last month. First home game back in Pam Evans Smith Arena since November 10th. That's just crazy to me.
Only the second home game of the year. Ryan Burton makes a move, no good. Rebound comes down to Nicole Terry. Abby Rawlings to Katie McCrary. 3:25 to play in overtime. First overtime, we're all tied, 54-54. Nobody has scored yet in overtime. Livia Majors, three-pointer on the way, up and in. Livia Majors with a three-pointer. Only her second basket of the game. That's the second three-pointer in the ball game, both by Otterbein.
We'll wait and see how Wittenberg answers back. They're down, but they're not out. Big possession here for the Tigers to try to regain momentum.
And now a steal by Otterbein. Now they're calling a jump ball, so it'll be Wittenberg possession.
I know that Otterbein fans will want the foul there, but that's a correct call on that jump ball. Possession with the ball, no possessions with the body when they were thrown together to the ground. Both teams just fighting hard here in this overtime period.
Jasmine Gaines Burns with a basketball. Jasmine Gaines Burns going to start drive, and she is fouled. She finally hit a bucket, but she got fouled first. Jasmine Gaines Burns going to go to the line for 2 free throws, where she is only 50% on the year.
Yeah, Dave, only 50%, but if she can knock at least one of these two down, hopefully that'll find her rhythm as well from the field. She's not shot well from the field, still looking for her first points of the day. Took her overtime to do so, but she's got a chance.
She got that first one, hit the front of the rim, bounced off the glass, and went in. So she's finally on the scoreboard. Second free throw on the way, up and in. Got them both. Wittenberg down 57-56.
We'll wait and see if that sparks a fire in her through the final 3 minutes of this game.
2:53 left to play in our ball game. Otterbein with the basketball. They lead by 1. 2:45 left to play. Katie McCrary. Still with the dribble, out. Abby Rawlings going to drive. Abby Rawlings picks up her dribble. Out to Livia Majors. Katie McCrary going to drive, and she loses control of the ball, throws it back into Taryn Cash. Here comes the Tigers with a chance to take their first lead since the first half. Into Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton up and missed it. Got her own rebound up and in.
She has been incredible at doing that, getting her own rebound. Just shows the effort, shows the heart, shows the hustle from Ryan Burton, and she has been the main playmaker today.
Libby Majors, another three, no good. And it's out of bounds. Maisie King grabbed it, but she's out of bounds. So Wittenberg with the ball, and they have a 1-point lead. We have exactly 120 seconds left in this one, 2 minutes. Kyla Irby back in the lineup for Katie McCrary. Kyla Irby's done a nice job off the bench tonight.
Wittenberg has yet to hit their first three of the day. Boy, oh boy, what a time would it be if they can get it here and go up by 2 scores.
1:54 to play in our ball game. Taryn Cash to Jasmine Gaines Mertens inside to Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton turnaround shot, no good, but she is fouled. She's going to go back to the foul line where she just missed 2. See if she can hit both of these this time to give them some breathing room.
Big free throws here. Said it once, said it twice, I'll say it again. Games are won and lost at the free throw line.
Got that one. Nothing but net. She now has 24 points in her ball game. Looking for point number 25. Free throw on the way. Up and in.
It's been a silent 25 for Burton. She has been absolutely incredible here tonight.
60-57, Wittenberg with the lead. Minute 40 left to play. Livy Majors driving. Livy Majors in trouble. We're going to have well, they're calling a foul. Wow. She drove into 2 players on defense. Shouldn't be a shooting foul. It's going to be out of bounds. Minute 26 to play in our ball game. Now, if you're Wittenberg, you want to run them off the 3-point line. Now we have a timeout called by Otterbein. Jackson Wright, don't you think you want to keep them off the 3-point line if you can? Don't want them putting up any threes because you got a 3-point lead, 60-57. You got a minute 26 left to play in our ball game. And isn't that funny? Ryan Burton goes to foul line with 0.8 of a second left. 2 off the back of the rim. And then she gets fouled. In overtime, she hits nothing but net on both of them.
That's just how sports go. I mean, that's a great job by Ryan Burton to be able to shake off what would have been game winner free throws at the end of regulation and nail 2 much needed free throws here in OT. Not to mention going back to Otterbein, you talked about them. Wittenberg, obviously, yes, you do not want to allow a 3 here. Otterbein, I don't think that they're going to go for a 3. Even if it's there, even if it's open, they have not shot well from beyond the arc. They've only hit 2 3-pointers in the entire game. They're down by 3, 1:26 to play. They've played some great defense at points this game. Just get a bucket, go back, play defense. Still plenty of time in this one.
Otterbein inbounds to Nicole Terry, and she is fouled by Jade Simpson. Now that's Wittenberg's 4th foul. So the next foul, Wittenberg, will put Otterbein at the line unless, of course, it's an offensive foul.
Wittenberg, they were very aggressive here in OT. Now they're going to have to dial it back, but nonetheless, certainly what you want.
Abby Rawlings almost lost it, and now they just called a foul on Evie Walshire. My goodness. I mean, Abby Rawlings almost turned the ball over. And somehow it came back in, and Evie Walshire gets called for the foul, and Nicole Terry going to go to the line for Otterbein. Nicole Terry. Free throw on the way, up and in. 60-58. Otterbein back within 2. Second free throw on the way, no good. Rebound, Jade Simpson.
Wittenberg a chance to go up by 2 scores here. Play your offense, play your style of game. Milk some time. If you can get 2 points out of this possession, you're in the driver's seat.
Taryn Cash with the basketball. Taryn Cash. Still with the basketball. Inside to Ryan Burton. Ryan back to Taryn Cash. Taryn drives. Puts a shot up in the lane. Up and in. Taryn Cash. Wittenberg up 4.
Can't celebrate yet.
62-58.
Can't celebrate yet. You got to get
54
back. Got to play
seconds.
defense.
54 seconds. Abby Rawlings with a basketball. Bounce pass. Kyla Irby. Over to Nicole Terry. Nicole Terry drives. Shot up. No good. Rebound. Ryan Burton. Now the Tigers can take their time a little bit here.
Otterbein, they should foul as soon as they cross the midcourt line. Surprised they haven't fouled quite yet. They're looking for the turnover. This is the time where you need to foul down by 4.
Yeah, they got there. Olivia Majors just picked it up. 25.9 seconds left to play in our ball game. Taryn Cash going to go to the line. Katie McCrary back in the lineup for Otterbein to replace Abby Rawlings. Didn't see this one coming tonight, Jackson. And Taryn Cash, nothing but net. She now has 15 points in the ball game.
It's going to take some extra time, but the Tigers
Hit 'em
had their
both.
largest lead of the entire night.
They were up 25-19, remember, at the end of the first half, and a 10-2 run erased that. And now Katie McCrary missed a shot, and she throws it off the legs of Wittenberg. We've got 17.5 seconds left. And I think, Jackson, they're going to have to be looking for a 3, I would think. The thing for Wittenberg, do not foul. Do not foul. Livy Majors. Kyla Irby, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound, Ryan Burton. Ryan Burton is fouled. And there's 9 seconds to go. And Jackson, it looks like Wittenberg is somehow going to escape this one with a win in overtime.
They could put the nails in the coffin right now by just hitting one of these 2 free throws, make it a 3-score game. Wittenberg a chance to take their largest lead of the night. David only took them to overtime, but it seems like right now Wittenberg, they're going to be advancing to 4-2 and snapping a 2-game losing skid.
And Ryan Burton hits the free throw, point number 26. That gives Wittenberg their biggest lead of the night, 65-58. Second free throw on the way, no good, too strong. Rebound Wittenberg, though, my goodness. Otterbein, I think they'll just let it go out. I wouldn't foul again. There it is, your final score in overtime. The Wittenberg Tigers 65 and the Otterbein Cardinals 58. And Jackson, this was a real nail biter tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a tremendous nail biter. And remember, Wittenberg came into that fourth quarter down by 9. At the end of the third quarter, Otterbein had all momentum. Wittenberg, they were rushing their shots. They weren't getting anything to go. They were getting, obviously, it was frustrating for the Wittenberg Tigers. I always mention, get to that quarter break. That third to fourth quarter break, that's exactly what calmed the Tigers down. They came out with a different demeanor in that fourth quarter, and it carried on into overtime. They had all the momentum in the fourth quarter and in overtime. Wittenberg, instead of getting wrapped up in the big picture like they did the first 3 quarters of this game, they were able to take it play by play at a time. They were able to come out with a big win here against a very good Otterbein team. Despite the record, Otterbein, yes, they're 3-5. That's a very good basketball team, and they're going to win much more basketball games this season.
And once again, they host Baldwin Wallace on Saturday, 1 o'clock. Good luck to Coach Knowles and the players on Saturday. Melissa Colby and her team pulls one out, and they pulled one out with their leading scorer only scoring 2 points and not getting that until overtime.
Yeah, it speaks highly on the Wittenberg Tigers, Dave. I mean, when you have Burton that comes in and puts up 26 points, then you also have 15 from Taryn Cash. It's a team effort, and obviously Gainsbourne, she didn't have a great night tonight, only 2 points in overtime, but it's nice being able to rely on some other players that you have surrounding your locker room and surrounding that bench as well that you can lean on and rely on. Wittenberg gets it done tonight. Big win.
I'm hoping doesn't look like they're bringing us any final stats. Everybody's getting final stats but us. Oh, well. Let's go over to final scoring in the ball game. For Otterbein, Abby Rawlings had 5 points in the ball game. Maisie King had 14 points in the ball game for the Otterbein Cardinals. Also in the ball game with 14 points is Katie McCrary. 4 points for Claire Radeball. 5 points for Olivia Majors. 8 points in the ball game for Kyla Irby. 4 points for Nicole Terry. And 4 points for Ella Nagel. So we apologize. We can't give you any final numbers. I don't know. They bring them after every quarter, but they don't bring them at the end of the game. I don't know what the heck is wrong with that. Here we go. For Wittenberg, 2 points for Kelsey Reagan. 6 points tonight for Katie Whitaker. 5 points tonight for Jade Simpson. 8 points for Evie Wolshire. 2 points for Jasmine Gaines Burns. And the big two tonight, Taryn Cash was 16, and how about Ryan Burton, 26 points, her Wittenberg career high. Jackson, big win tonight for the Wittenberg Tigers. Again, they'll be back in action 2 nights, Friday in Anderson in Indiana, taking on Anderson College, 7 o'clock tip.
Yeah, certainly a big win for the Wittenberg Tigers. And again, in the gauntlet that you call the basketball season, where you're playing multiple games a week, well, not Wittenberg over the last couple weeks. This is their first game in the last 2 weeks. But what you call the gauntlet of the basketball season, it's important to go on these winning streaks. It's important to close the tight ones out. This is a team that on the road a couple weeks ago against Alma, it came down to big free throws.
Yeah.
They missed the free throws. They lose in overtime 97-95.
Double overtime, in fact.
Same situation here tonight. Wittenberg, they go in overtime. This time they get the job done. That, to me, you see improvement from this game to just a couple games ago against Alma. The Wittenberg Tigers are improving. They got something special. Keep stacking these wins, and good things are gonna happen if they keep stacking wins, especially heading into conference play.
Okay, so I want to thank Jackson Lightcap for helping us tonight with the game. Did a good job on the color. Once again, this has been a Wittenberg Sports Network production, powered by TKDS Sports. So for Jackson Lightcap, this is Dave Williams reminding you one last time, our final score in overtime tonight, Wittenberg 65, Otterbein 58. Don't forget the Wittenberg Holiday Classic starts next Tuesday. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.